What does Dakota Johnson think about her boyfriend role model using her as an eventual baby oven? And maybe nothing more.
Role model, if you don't know, country music artist, recently has sort of hit the zeitgeist.
Yeah, role model's a singer, and he got very, very popular last year with Sally When the Wine Runs Out, and he would perform this live on stage, and he would get various celebrities to come out and be Sally during, one of the pivotal moments of the song. I think during the bridge, Sally would come out.
Mm-hmm.
And do you know role model's real name?
Oh, I did hear it. I listened to his first episode on Therapuss like ages ago on that podcast with Jake Shane. And God, I think they said it.
It's the most American name. Today's the first time I've ever seen it. Oh, God, it's so American.
Say it.
Tucker Pillsbury. Tucker Pillsbury.
Fuck, that's a good name. That's a good... You know what? And if you're going to be a country singer, American. You could be easily Tucker Pillsbury.
Yeah, I don't know why he needed to change it to role model. Tucker Pillsbury's a great country singer name.
But I guess like role model makes it sound a little like... If you hear like role model artist, you're not going in just expecting country. So maybe it's like a bigger funnel to like get people in. You know what I mean? Because like one of the Sallys, the reason like he really ended up being something that I paid attention to, because on Saturday Night Live, which I watch, one of the Sallys was Charlie XCX, which is one of the gay leaders. So it was kind of like, oh, am I interested in this guy now? Because the funnel was big. But if there was someone called Tucker Pillsbury, I don't know if I'm putting that on Spotify.
The reason I turned onto him is because one of the millennial female leaders, Hilary Duff, was Sally at one of the concerts. So again, he is bringing us all in from different angles,
It's a funnel.
Isn't he?
You know what I mean? It's a funnel.
It
What's
is,
bringing
it's a
us to
funnel.
role model? Tucker Pillsbury.
Yeah, Tucker Pillsbury. Also, I suppose Pillsbury's a brand, isn't it, in America? Pillsbury?
Yeah, but it's also, you can't... If your name's, you know what I mean? Like they can't, you mean like a copyright thing? Are you worried that they're going to go, no, you can't be Tucker Pillsbury?
No, not copyright, but more like maybe he wanted to separate himself from the Doughboy.
Yeah. God, I'd love to separate myself from the Doughboy, but this is how I look,
It's been a long winter. It happens. A little pudge, a little doughy. So role model is, he's 29, he's a singer, and he is kind of having his moment in the sun right now. And I got done by a BuzzFeed article yesterday.
Are we still doing BuzzFeed?
I was having a little... Well, the reason I get them is because of Facebook. I don't go on BuzzFeed.com. But I must have liked BuzzFeed.
Embarrassing. That's so embarrassing.
I know. What's worse? What's fucking worse?
I don't know.
BuzzFeed or Facebook? I don't know what's worse.
I think you've got the ultimate ick, which is having BuzzFeed fed to you from Facebook.
Yeah, I know. I'm the oldest person alive saying this, but that is how I get my BuzzFeed articles is via Facebook. And I'm getting into the nursing home next week, and it's as simple as that. But I obviously liked BuzzFeed back in, 2011 or something when I signed up for Facebook. Oh, side note. You remember when BuzzFeed was like hot? Like we loved it. We all loved
BuzzFeed.
Quiz. We loved doing a quiz. Yeah. Like, what potato am I?
Mate, I'm a creme.
Love.
I'm a creme.
Yeah, I'm a mash gal.
Oh,
soft around the edges.
Right. I thought you meant like physically the type of potato. You meant like...
No, any type. It was like the quiz would be like, what type of potato are you? Are you like a chip or a mash or a roast?
Right. No, I was going with the brand of potato. Like
you going with brand?
I was going
a creme or a charisma.
You'd be a low carb
or a red. I would be the low carb, the Spud Light. God, you can eat so many of those for such low calories, you guys. If you're not on the Spud Light, it's 25% less carb. Not an ad, but actually would be happy for them to sponsor this show.
Would love to be sponsored by Spud Light. Yeah.
Would love that. Fuck your AG1s. Give me a Spud Light any day. Back in the good old days of BuzzFeed, I had a bloody top commenter star next to my name.
That's
because I
so
would comment
embarrassing.
funny little.
That's
I
so
know, but like at
fucking
the time
embarrassing.
it was cool.
I'm so
at the
embarrassed to be friends
time.
with you now. This is it. I didn't think this is when it would happen.
I loved it. I'd be like adding my opinion, like it mattered.
I'm obsessed.
I thought you'd think that was cool. I do regret saying that now.
Yeah, you should.
Back to BuzzFeed. Still embarrassing. They fed me this story about role model, and I clicked on the link. Literally, why do I click on BuzzFeed links? It's a nightmare in there. It is, you open it and they give you a video that yells at you.
Oh, yeah.
It always is yelling. Yeah. It's so loud. Please have mute as the default. If the video is going to play, have mute as the default. And they yell at you. And then I think I told you recently they literally have words have ads attached to them.
Oh, yes. I've seen this on other things.
Yeah. So then when you scroll, you accidentally click open a freaking ad for some insurance company.
Yeah. Or a shirt.
And then you're like, no, back.
Because they mentioned something that was related to clothing. So.
And then you're like, I just want to read the freaking article. So I left BuzzFeed and I went to Google and I wrote role model wants a baby daughter by himself.
Okay. Wow.
Because this is what BuzzFeed had hooked me in with. The discourse is divided on role model wanting a baby daughter via surrogacy to be a single dad. And I was like,
if that was the headline verbatim, they need to work on it. If it was just you doing a bad retelling.
Pretty close. Probably pretty close.
Well, someone needs to work on it. The AI is not doing a great job on the headlines.
So I'm looking at this and I'm thinking like, are we overthinking something that someone said on a friggin' podcast again? Like, are we reading too much into this again? And of course, I went through and I saw that, you know that actress Jameela Jamil?
Oh, yeah.
Jameela Jamil?
Yeah.
She was in The Good Place.
God, who does she have beef with?
Everyone.
Yeah, she loves beefing online.
Everyone.
Was it Chrissy Teigen? I feel like there was, I don't know.
Yeah, Chrissy Teigen did get a bad run there for a while because she was one of those celebrities whose old tweets were dragged out of the woodworks. And so Chrissy had to like apologize for that and whatever. And like, I think that's fine. Like, just move on. But I think Jameela might have probably hovered on that for a bit. She hovers on everything for a bit. Jameela Jamil is one of those celebrities that when I like first started following her and everything and seeing what she would write about, like feminism and this and that, I was like, yeah, bitch, yeah, slay, la, 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 la. And then I kind of was like, oh, you just hate men. And I'm so not into that. Like,
right. She went too far.
You seem to hate men. Yeah. And she would claim that she doesn't and she's got a boyfriend and this and that. But she's with that James Blake guy, that singer.
Oh, yeah. What happened to him? Oh, well. He's with someone that hates him.
He's still around singing. I'm pretty sure he came to Australia recently. Oh. I think I saw a poster for James Blake and I thought, what are you going to sing? What are we going to know? So Jameela, she got on the People magazine Instagram that ran this story about role model saying he wants to be a single father to a daughter. And she just simply wrote no.
Well, keep it concise. You know what I mean? Like, I don't like people. Unlike that BuzzFeed headline, this is very concise.
Yeah, she has her thoughts. And the thing is about Jameela, she's child-free by choice, right? So she is choosing not to have kids. She doesn't want to have kids. Great, whatever. So she's written no, and then there's more comments that really are left and right. Like, there's no middle ground, as per usual on the internet.
Yeah.
Someone else wrote, there's something fundamentally alarming in this current political landscape about the idea of actively desiring to remove women from any of the process of raising children, just reserving them for the production of them. Someone wrote, is this my birthday? No, sorry. They might have meant baby daddy.
Oh, right.
Someone wrote, men after spending 1 hour with kids and then doing none of the labor.
Oh, my God.
Something just doesn't sit right in my spirit.
Okay. So what did he actually say?
Yeah, so I'm reading all this stuff and I'm going, I need to see how he said this, and I also need to understand the context around what podcast he was on. Now, if you don't know the podcast Therapuss and you don't know Jake Shane, then I don't know what to tell you. Jake Shane is the gayest man on the internet, and he's like super funny. He accidentally got famous in the TikTok hype during COVID days where he did videos where he pretended to be things and they were really funny.
Yes.
He then managed to get into a celebrity clique. He's best friends with the Richie girl, not Nicole, the other Richie, Sophia Richie.
Okay.
They're best friends, so he's like fully in the clique there. He might have even been one of her bridesmen, maybe. Anyway, so he's famous for being famous, but also he's famous right now. So some people who choose to like stay away from social media, you could very easily, like if you went on his page and you saw how many millions of followers he had, you could very easily be like, how? Why? I don't know this person. But unless you're chronically online, you're not going to know this person. But he has a podcast called Therapuss. And he has celebrities on the podcast, and it's like therapy, I say in quotations, because it's obviously not really therapy. They lay down on a couch with him and they just have chats. And this is the show that he was on.
My dream has always been to be a single father and to have a daughter, and to raise a daughter by myself would be really fun. Her name's Winnie. I want a daughter that's ideally mine, and then I thank whoever had it for me. Maybe I give them
like a surrogate.
Maybe I Venmo. Yeah, I pay them.
Venmo surrogate.
I shake their hand. Thank you. You can see her in once a year. If you want, maybe that'd be destructive for the kid, but I just want to raise a child by myself, because then you can kind of just like mold them into your best friend. It's like your best friend, and it's like you know.
Okay.
I don't know. When you say you know role model Tucker Pillsbury, I don't think I do know. I think I need more explanation.
So right before this, I want to say, Jake Shane was talking about wanting a baby as well. So everyone's skated over. Jake Shane has said he's not got a boyfriend or anything, but he absolutely knows he wants to be a father. So the insinuation there would be that he would be happy to do it regardless, because he knows that he wants to be a dad. Now, no one has kicked up a stink about Jake Shane saying it, I'm assuming because he's gay. In the same way that when Andy Cohen decided to adopt or have kids via surrogacy.
Had kids via surrogacy. Same with Anderson Cooper, one of his mates.
Anderson Cooper.
Ricky Martin.
I don't think this is that big a deal. Maybe that makes me bad, but like, my husband wanted girls. So a lot of this, like, there's been a lot of comments about, why does he want a girl? That's such a red flag, la, la, la. And
what?
I'm like,
why is that a red
what
flag?
do you... Well, I don't want to say it, but like,
okay,
literally,
so we're just assuming
like,
he's the worst type of person.
Yeah, we're assuming that he wants a girl for the absolute worst, most heinous reason.
Right.
Now, that is awful. What an awful assumption to make about someone. I'm not saying those people do not exist.
They do.
But to claim that the only reason a man would want a girl is for that reason is sick.
Yeah.
My husband wanted girls because he just really liked the idea of like a couple of tomboys. Did he get tomboys? Not really.
I kind of one.
Well,
Kinda.
Well, kind of one.
One.
But even
But she
still,
could
she
go either
loves
way.
wearing dresses and like doing the makeup. She could go either way. We'll see about Goldie. We'll check back in a few years' time. Betty, though, cut from Barbie's own cloth. Not my daughter.
It's just genetically
I
in
texted
her.
my friend.
It's just genetically
I texted
in
our
her.
friend Sammy D. Rose the other day. I said, I've birthed your daughter. We are packing. I said, we are packing for Bali. And Betty has come out and said, I'd like to try on every outfit that I'm packing for Bali before it goes in the suitcase.
Tell everyone
And I
how
was
old
like-
she is before, just a bit of context.
She is 7. And I was like, sure, babe, why not? I turned to Goldie. I said, do you want to do that? And she was like, no, and ran away and started doing some craft. Anyway.
There's nothing wrong
I don't
with
think-
being a
yeah.
guy who wants to be a dad, even if you like.
Yeah.
Here's my issue with the role model thing. My
Yeah.
biggest issue is the way he worded it. That was weird. But
Yes.
if you've ever watched the interview that I saw with them earlier, it was fucking weird. It was a weird interview. There's a weird energy that they both have together, and they're just sitting down, they're having a chat like they would. So people are taking this one bit out of context, and then they're just going, it's crazy to me that they're jumping to pedo land. Like, that's crazy to me that everyone just goes, oh, this is why the guy wants it. I think anyone, this is role model aside, who goes, I want to have a child and raise them to be my friend, that's a fucking weird thing to say.
Yes.
That's not why you have
So
kids. That's not because you have no control over that.
there was definitely like commentary around like, no, don't have a kid to make them your friend.
Yeah.
That's not the right reason to have kids. And there was definitely a lot of commentary from role model fans who, to your point, have obviously watched him in a lot of interviews, watched him do a lot of different random podcasts. And they're all like, clearly anyone reading into this doesn't know his sense of humor. Like everything he says is satirical. So don't read into what he's saying. But of course, like, it's the internet. So we're going to like grab 45 seconds and go, this man is the worst kind of a man. And then people are going to, jump on celebrities who are jumping on board with it. Like, there's this discourse around we're trying to remove women altogether from the process of having children. Firstly, literally impossible. Like, physically, literally impossible. You cannot have a baby without the female anatomy. Men ain't shit when it comes to that. All they got to do is have one really good night and then hope for the best. Women, we're growing them. We're the ovens. We're getting it done, right? So no one's trying to diminish or take away the fact that a woman needs this. But there are a lot of women who don't want babies but are happy to be surrogates for people because they understand that people want babies. So I don't think him saying, like, take out all the other bits about the kid, like the friendship. Like, if we just focus on him saying he wants to be a single dad and use a surrogate.
Yeah.
How is that any different from a woman going and getting some sperm and having a baby on her own?
No, there's no difference. The thing is, it's just there's this overarching thing that that a child, and this is what people might fundamentally believe in, is that a child needs both a mother and a father, right? To feel any sort of love, you need both a feminine and a masculine. Now, as someone who grew up for a long time with a single parent, who, like, mum might have had some boyfriends in that time, but like really mum has been my anchor my entire life. And sure, dad is there later in life and all that stuff. I'm not trying to discount people to start some argument in the family if someone fucking sees this. But primarily, facts are facts, mum was there. So
Yes.
then you're saying that I'm fundamentally broken, and we can debate that later, that I only had predominantly a mother raising me. So, and that's
what
why
I'm
I'm gay.
hearing is a woman raised a man to be a homo. It always comes down to that, doesn't it?
It's just, but I just don't. It is nobody's kicking up a stink if a woman, a female celebrity, said, "Oh, I just want to have kids and I can't find the person that I want to do that with, so I'm just going to go and do that," and that's why sperm donors are aplenty, and women right across the world are doing this, and then you've got gay couples that are going out and trying to have kids. You've got lesbian couples who are looking for sperm donors, and you've got gay couples who have to go through a whole other process to make that happen. And I don't understand why that's any different to what he's saying, apart from some problematic things in the way that he said it.
I think we can absolutely all agree that saying to have a kid to have a little best friend is not the right reason to have a kid.
No.
But
you're not
also,
there to be their fucking friend. I'm so sorry. You're not there to be their friend.
Anyone who has had a baby, right? I'm making a really generalized sweeping statement here, but I am going to make it. I think anyone who's had a baby, the first baby, you have this baby and you're spending so much time with them. Whether you have like a little bit of extra leave as the dad, or you have a long time leave like the mum, or maybe both have long leave. Regardless, you're spending all this time with this little baby, and you do start calling them your little best friend.
Yeah.
Like that is just what you do. Like it was not something I ever thought I would do, and then I'd be like, "This is my little bestie. I'm just going out. I'm going out to lunch with my little bestie, and it's just going to sit there, and we're going to have some chips." And then you have a second baby. And then you're like, "These are my babies." Like I made the big one a friend because I didn't actually want to play on the play equipment, and I didn't want to play with the Barbies because I'm a grown woman. And so you have the second kid and you sort of grow out of that mentality. So I also think he's probably just a 29-year-old guy who hasn't really spent that much time around heaps of babies and is just saying stupid shit.
Yeah.
Like we all have said stupid as shit before we had kids.
We've talked about it before many, many times. We say stuff, and still to this day, I'm like, I'll regret some of the things that I say now when I'm 50. So,
for sure.
But like, I think it's just the way that he said it. Like he kind of insinuated like, I'll just give him some money, and so if we're not taking that as satire, which I desperately hope it is, I hope it's him just taking the piss.
I think it is.
Having a bit of a joke, probably it's, it depends on the people who are outraged. This interview isn't for you. Like this interview was never for you. You're not a P1 audience member. You're not there being Jake Shane or Role Model's biggest fan. And you don't really know them well enough to then go and judge exactly what was meant from that. But it doesn't read good. Like if you read it back, it doesn't read good, and even the way he sold it didn't sound great.
Like I think that's why it's working. Is like someone has listened to this and been like, that's like clicky, right?
Yeah, because even when I heard it, I was like,
listen. Yeah. Where someone was to sit through the whole hour episode, this is 45 seconds of an hour episode. It's just, you've just picked out something that you know is going to be clicky. You've left out the fact that Jake has said the same thing right before him, that he also would like a kid, even though he's not got a boyfriend and all of this stuff. So we've left that out altogether. And by the way, this man is dating Dakota Johnson. Like, I think he's smarter than saying something like that in reality. Do you like he's got a full girlfriend, a full-size woman girlfriend.
Adult woman girlfriend. Wow.
Like a woman girlfriend, she's not a robot.
Wow.
Dakota Johnson famously dated Chris Martin. Famously, Wilko cannot remember her name.
Dakota
her face.
Fanning Johnson. Gwyneth Paltrow.
Someone
Chris
else as
Martin.
well.
There's someone else involved in this that I get confused with, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and he can't remember, but this is Dakota Johnson.
From 50 Shades.
They might get married and she might have a baby. Like,
Or maybe they'll have a baby and then they
that'd
don't
be
get
cool.
married. Maybe they have a baby and it doesn't work out. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like, this is
maybe.
life and not everything can be planned out to a T. And like, if people didn't make mistakes, I wouldn't be here.
well, that's just beautiful, isn't it? If you really just think about that statement, put that on a T-shirt.
Because
That's gorgeous.
I really should. Because like people can sit there and go, you know, these people shouldn't have kids and all this stuff. And then you've got the same people saying the only reason you were put on this earth was to procreate. So you can't fucking win.
Oh, my God.
But
there's so many other things to do on this earth.
No,
Drink
the reason you were
wine.
put on
That's a
this
nice
earth,
thing.
not other things to do.
I don't
the
know.
main reason you were put on this earth is to
reason,
procreate. So when
procreate.
people turn around like Jameela Jamil and say that she doesn't want to have kids and that's her right, that outrages a bunch of people because they think you should be fucking doing it. And you should be like putting as many kids on the earth as you possibly can. So, look, you'll never win. I think people are being outraged over. Look, I think role model has. I'm just really hoping that a lot of that is satire. I don't think we should have a woman be like minimized down to her just like, well, I'm just gonna get someone to do that for me as if it's some sort of assisted thing, like a woman's just doing that for me, and then I'll like Venmo her. And then like she can see the kid or not. To be fair,
that is a thing in the US though, isn't it? Like you can offer surrogacy for a high cost. It is a business.
It is a business. But unfortunately, when you talk about it like that, when it seems like you're just refining a woman down to this one thing, that's never going to play well. That's just like never, ever going to play well.
Oh, what happened to jokes?
Well, we can't joke anymore because there's guys that believe this stuff for real. And that's the problem. There's guys and girls who believe this stuff for real. I watched this Jubilee. They do this Surrounded series. I don't know if you've ever seen it on YouTube. And they get a bunch of people. A lot of it's very political. They get like one lefty surrounded by a bunch of MAGA Republicans. And they had one guy.
Oh, yeah.
And he was surrounded by a bunch of people who were in the manosphere or supported the manosphere. And this one guy got up and he was like comparing a woman who had a higher body count to like if you had a no body count, like if you were buying a secondhand car, would you buy someone who only had a fender bender or would you buy like someone who was a total wreck? And that's he was like comparing the women to cars. And then trying to make the guy rejected the analogy and said, so I can't answer that because I don't agree with the analogy that a woman is a used car. But the guy was basically saying, like, you don't want a used car that's got like a bunch of miles on it and it's a wreck. Because again, and then a woman got up and did it as well. Like she was sitting there saying that, like, I think it's.
I love it when the women agree. I don't know. It's something so sadistic about me, but I love watching women agree with men like that because I'm like, what happened to you?
Well, she agrees that having a high body count means that you are somehow problematic or broken within yourself, that you have like bad low self-esteem or anything like that.
But even if that's true, it doesn't matter. Like people go through shit.
People do go through shit. And people also
like who cares?
Like if I look back at my sluzzy days, I can joke and laugh about them and they're very funny to me now, but it's not something I want to do. Like it's funny.
Got the black lung out for that.
That's how you know you got to when the black lung comes up. I find that hilarious that version of me existed where I was just like, God, I'm going to go out tonight. I'm going to meet someone and I'm going to have sex with them. That's what's going to happen. That was my goal. And
you're a used car.
I am, mate. I'm a total wreck. I'm a fucking write-off. So
300,000 Ks on that bad boy. Disgusting.
These people exist, and this is what they think about women, and they think about women and their bodies, and this is what their, this is how their bodies have to be treated. So when role model speaks like that, I can understand why some people get upset, but then the toxic level on both sides of being too, quote unquote, for lack of a better term, woke, and being too fucking What's anti-woke?
Conservative?
Yeah, it's too much. Like we can, I think I think it would be good for him to go, guys, let me clarify what I meant by that. I think that would be smart.
Yeah.
I don't think, this is what I think, is that people just say stuff and then they go, it'll die down. It doesn't die down now. It's on the internet forever. It's not a 24-hour news cycle. It's like, it's a news cycle that happens and then this gets attached to the next thing that you do. So
I want to see if if he has posted on his Instagram. Nah, he hasn't. He hasn't bothered.
Well, he's too busy with Dakota. Maybe they're having a great day together. Maybe they're practicing the baby making. Who knows?
They're making a baby. Yeah, maybe they are.
But I don't think he should, I don't think he should speak about women in a way that makes them seem like they're just there to cook kids. And
that's
make
fair.
the
That's
babies.
fair.
I don't think that's good. But people also shouldn't be fucking outraged that he wants to have a daughter and then go, he must be a pedo. That's fucked. That's so
hate
fucked.
that.
You
Hate
don't
that.
get to do
Hate
that. You don't get to jump to the extreme. And we fully understand that those people exist and they're gross and they're fucked. And I wish they didn't exist in society. But that doesn't mean that everybody who wants to be a parent is one. I just don't. Anyway, that's crazy. So we'd love to know your thoughts in the comments, and you can pop them down. Wow, praying to them. Namaste.
Calm down now. Get to calm down now.
And if you want
Thank
more,
everyone.
if you want more, it's in front of you right now.